Hey guys, thank you for tuning into the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and like these uh, videos slash podcasts. Today I want to talk about happiness. Okay, one specific factor of happiness, which is the people you have around you. Are these people adding value to you, helping with your happiness? Um, we won't focus on the people this time, but it still has things to do with the people, but not directly uh, regarding the people that are around you. Um, Happiness that we're going to discuss today will be in terms of feeling secure or having a sense of safety where you are. Okay. So, in another word, do you feel safe where you are at right now? You have a sense of security where you are at, and do you think that security, feeling safe, has something to do with you being happy? Do you think it plays a part with you being happy? Well, I would say yes, it does play a part with you being happy, but I don't know to what degree, right? Would that be? Would you, I would assume you've, maybe not. I think being feeling safe and secure helps with your general mental state, right? And might or might not contribute to your happiness. um, but not being safe for sure, or don't have the security around you, would not, it will make it a little, it doesn't mean you cannot still be happy in that situation. You can find calm in the chaos. So that's why I want to talk about this today. You guys can drop a comment what you think. Does security, having a sense of safety, contribute to your happiness? Or it's just something that you appreciate but does not, but is in terms of whether it makes you happy or not, is negligible, or is it a, it's a non-factor? Okay. I'm looking at a book right now that talks about this. So I'm going to kind of just skim through some of the things that he's talking about and summarize it in a way. He says, the book says, one of the absolute basics of happiness is security. Do you agree that one of the basic factor in happiness is security? He says it's impossible to feel really happy if you don't feel safe. Is that true? It's impossible to feel happy if you don't feel safe. Um, from a critical point of view, I don't totally agree with that conclusion, especially using the word impossible. I do think that you can be happy even if you don't feel safe. Um, so, um, well, that's just my opinion. You guys, make your own conclusion. Feel free to draw your own conclusion on that regarding this. So, furthermore, he says when it's talking about safety, because he says it's impossible for you to feel happy if you don't feel safe. Then he went ahead to say when he's talking about safety, it's not just referring to the physical safety, but also emotional security. Okay, all right. So we've make a little bit of a leap here from just being physically safe. Do you feel emotionally safe? It's a good question. What does emotional safety looks like? Let's go ahead, because I don't want to make the video too long. It says for you to from your own definition of what how emotional safety or security can be achieved. It says that you need to have a solid support network. So people around you that you can count on. That if something goes wrong in your life, you have somewhere to turn. Someone who will catch up, who will catch you if you fail. That would be nice. But does it also implies that if you don't have these people, you don't have emotional security? It's another question. Is it helpful? Yes. Is it detrimental if you don't have it? That's a good question. If you don't have support system, are you doomed? Anyway, I'll let you guys decide on that. So he went on to say you might have different people for different areas of your life. That is true. There's some people that you have that they're good, they can keep good company. There are people that you have that you can, they'll be a good cook. They can cook for you or help you prepare some meal, and the list goes on and on. Okay. He says something about colleague at work you can trust, mentors whose advice you can ask, and whose wisdom you can call on, friends who you can count on to be there, family who would do anything for you, parents who will always give you roof over your head. For you lone wolves, what do you think about that? Because some people they are so independent that they can provide all of this for themselves. So does it mean those people still lack emotional security if they can be their own security? All right. It goes further to say, know who these people are. And if you don't feel confident that you can rely on the support you have in some areas, work on building relationships that will give you what you need. It's far easier to cope with backstabbers and fair-weather friends at work if you have even just one colleague you can absolutely trust. Question becomes, work environment has been, let's say, a little toxic. So finding somebody you can absolutely trust could and might be a big challenge. I I really don't know if you can find somebody at work that you can trust. But anyway, that's what the book seems to recommend, or is using as an example. Now let's go ahead and finish the rest of it. A strong relationship with your partner, your parents, or your sibling will get you through even the worst trauma. Is that true? Because you have a strong relationship with your parent, your sibling, and your spouse. What about things you don't want to talk to them about? Or things you just want to keep private? I'm not saying this advice are not good. They're absolutely good if it can be achievable in the sense that it is referring to it here. In another word, if the world was a perfect place, it's a great advice. So he concluded by saying, make sure you know who's on your side. How do you know who's on your side in today's world? It's a discussion. I'd like to hear what you guys thought is on the comment section. Let's go for it. It says, they say count on your blessing. Well, count on your friends too. To me, I say make what you want out of that. Count on your friends. Can you really count on your friends these days? I'm not a pessimist, But sometimes I think most of my life I've been thinking from a pessimistic point of view, which is things can go bad before it gets better easily. I'm always the kind of guy that say the cup is half empty instead of half full. So when I see books, texts, or anything that paint things to be glorious, if you do it this way, I always have a questionable mindset because I don't think life works that way. It doesn't mean it's not possible, but I just think that life is not that easy. Well, drop your comment on what you think. Um, so furthermore, it says be cautious and aware of who these people are that make up your safety net. That's exactly my point. How do you know who these people are and if they're truly rooting for you, not against you, behind your backs? Appreciate them even when you don't need them. Of course. Even you don't need your friends or when you don't need them, don't always show up only when you need them. Of course, it's a good idea. I think that applies. There's no negative side to that kind of advice. And let them know you value their love and friendship. And he went on to ask the question, why do you have to do this? Because apart from the warm feeling it gives you, it reinforces your own sense of security. It helps you to know that these people are still there and will fit into your happiness level. Is that true? Just knowing that your friends are there and your families are there, you contribute to your happiness. I guess I can see how that would be possible. But what if these same people contribute to your unhappiness at the same time? See what I'm saying? There's always another side of the coin. And I understand you can choose what side you want to look at. But don't you think it's fair to look at both sides of the coins? Drop your comments in the comment section. And he says, I hope it goes without saying that you need to give these people everything you expect from them. Do unto others what you expect others to do unto you, right? That's biblical in a way. So, should they be the ones going through it, right? Always, if they show up for you, show up for them, basically. If they call on you, being there for them will give you a sense of what? Yeah, I guess add value to you, unless it's at your own cost, and that will add to your long-term happiness, even in the most unhappy circumstances. All right, guys. So, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it's all about happiness and to maintain some level of happiness from what from the little things, the excerpt we've gone through. I guess one can summarize: a strong relationship with your partner, your parents, or your sibling will get you through even worse trauma. We just hope so, right? All right, guys. That's all for this episode, I should say, about life. All right, and we'll continue from here the next time. All right, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one. All right, bye.